have been using Philips Hue for the past 6 years and I'm really impressed by its performance and versatility. Performance as in the light bulb color quality, and versatility as in the way how you can immediately change your living space mood without having to do any renovation, change furniture or paintings or so on. Just use the app, creatively select the different scenes, and your living space will immediately transform into a different mood. But the barriers or entry into Philips Hue is quite high, especially when their pricing for the light bulbs and the ecosystem entirely is way higher than its competition. Today, what we're looking at here is an entirely new ecosystem by Philips as well, and they call it the WiZ. And I've been using this WiZ for the past 2 weeks or so, and I want to share some of my personal experience with this. First of all, is ecosystem I got here is consists of 2 different light units. One of it is the light bulb, which is the WiZ turnable white bulb A67. It is a 13 watt white color light bulb where you can change the different color temperature, while the other one is the portable light Hero. I got 2 of these lights set up in my bedroom, one for the wall light and the other one I just put it beside my TV as a desktop light. And first thing first, the thing you will need to get started with Philips Hue is of course download the app. First of all, there are 2 different mobile apps by Philips WiZ. One of it, they call it WiZ Legacy because they are phasing out of this particular version. The one you will need to download is make sure get the WiZ Connected app. And here's one thing I want them to really improve is that they don't have tablet interface for, at least for iPad OS. Apparently you can see from the screen here is the actually is a direct AirPlay from the iPad. So even if I turn it to vertical mode, it is still about the same. Switching to horizontal is still the same. So something they need to take on. So how the Philips WiZ is that the WiZ devices, they don't need a hub. Unlike the Philips Hue, they are connected to the Hue hub where they are using Zigbee as the connection protocol. But for WiZ, when you use the app to pair the light bulb to your network, you are actually connecting each individual light bulbs to your Wi-Fi directly, and your Wi-Fi router will see each of them as a individual device. So something to take note on if you want to, well, trying to use multiple units of these, you will probably need to get a standalone router just to support all of these IoT devices. But normal router should be able to support up to 100 devices, but not that I would recommend doing so. So after you're setting up, in my case, I set up all my lights into my master bedroom. As you can see from the mobile app here, is you can see the Hero device and master bedroom light. So from here you can actually change the settings. The quick control allows you to change into different lighting moods depending on what you are doing. So if I just like turn on because from here you can individually turn on and off the devices. So once you turn off the Hero, it will just turn off. There is settings you can change as well. From the list here, you can see they have multiple types of colors for you to choose from. Because the Hero is a white and color lighting capable, so you have different type of settings. You can also customize a different light color by just using this color wheel. So it is very convenient to do so, unless you are using like one of these white color light bulbs. Of course you will missing out from the color options because this bulb is just white color, but of course you can change the different temperature from 2700 Kelvin up to 6500 Kelvin. Quite a standard range if you ask me. So all of these are very easy to use, especially when there is a library of different scenes for it. To better showcase the dynamic lighting, it is better to use a light bulb with color support. So as you can see from here, let's say if you're in a Christmas mood, then you can select Christmas, and then it will change according to, I don't know, the preset color options that matches with the festive seasons. Of course, you have Diwali. So yeah, that is dynamic color option. Now, what is making the WiZ so unique and powerful is the automation. Now, there are a couple of automations available in the WiZ app itself. The most basic is of course schedules. You can set a different timers for a different lighting scenarios. For example, I have configured how to have a 10 p.m. until 7:30 a.m. is using night light. So let's say when it is 10 p.m., master bedroom will use night light. Until 7:30 a.m. it will turn off. Rhythms is almost like schedules, but it is something like, let's say in this scenario, from the daytime, they will use a cooler white color until like, let's say around 8 p.m. you start to wind down, just relax. The light color will use more warmish color, let's say about 3000 to 4000 Kelvin temperature. And then when it is about time to go to bed, they will switch to a somewhat balanced lighting for it. So that's why this is a different type of automation. And lastly is this Space Sense. How Space Sense works is that they will use the light bulb's Wi-Fi connection and then detect the change of magnetic waves, or should I say the Wi-Fi strength, because we humans' bodies will affect the Wi-Fi signal. So their requirements is, of course, they will need at least two WiZ connected devices to make it work. So two of them will coordinate. Let's say when there is someone walk into the room, then they will turn on the lights. I find this feature is not as reliable as they might promise it to be, because of when there is another room beside this room, they will have a false detection. So I just keep this feature turned off. Other than that, the app is quite straightforward. You can configure your members. That means you can add your different family members into your home, segregate different rooms, arrange the lightings. Of course, there are many other accessories that comes with the WiZ ecosystem. And so this is the WiZ remote control, so that in the middle of the night, if I ever want to turn on the light, I can quickly grab this remote and then just press the on button, and then immediately it will turn on. Or I just simply press off, then all the lights are turned off. So there are 5 quick switches I can change. Like for example, if I want to use night light, by pressing this, then immediately all the lights will change to night light. And you can save up to 4 scenes on this remote control as well. You can configure everything inside the WiZ mobile app so that it will assign as your 4 favorite scenes. Of course, each of the individual remote can only be assigned to one room. So there is no like a button for you to change different rooms. But that is good enough, especially for bedroom. Like you can just grab this remote and immediately change without having to look for the app to change anything. So after using the Philips WiZ ecosystem for about 2 weeks, I can see the promise behind the WiZ ecosystem. Of course, my main concern is still the connection method, which is using Wi-Fi. Come to think of it, there is a main benefit coming from Philips Hue, because Philips Hue is using a hub, a dedicated hub, so that all the equipment is connected to the hub, and I believe each of the hub can connect up to 50 devices or so. By connecting everything to the hub, that means all the lights will not get in the way of your Wi-Fi network. So when you have too many lights, this kind of Wi-Fi connected light at home, that's why I said you probably need to separately purchase a router so that you can set a different Wi-Fi network, just so that your main Wi-Fi network is not overcrowded by all these devices. Now, looking at the things that other than the connectivity, I would say that the light bulbs and the light quality coming from the WiZ devices is surprisingly good. Pricing is very attractive. The app, there are still a lot more can improve, especially we need tablet interface. And other than that, I think Philips Hue is facing a very tough competition by Philips WiZ themselves. I'm looking forward to how Philips Hue can up the game coming in this second half of this year. So that's all I want to share with you about my experience using the Philips WiZ ecosystem. If you have any questions, you can leave it down in the comment section below, and I will see you guys in the next video.